Franklin TV Sports presents Franklin High School Boys Soccer. Tonight on a beautiful night in early fall, the game time temperature is 71 degrees as the Panthers, with a record of 8-1-1, take on the Scarlet Hawks of Milford High School, who come to town with a record of 7-3-1. Hi neighbors, and welcome to our telecast. I'm Pete Royce. We're all set for this Hockomock League matchup. Two teams featured in the latest MIA Power Rankings. The Milford Scarlet Hawks come to town ranked number 22 in the state. For the Panthers, they go up 9 notches from there. They're ranked 13th in the entire state in the latest MIAA Power Rankings. So this would be a matchup where either team will gain some points because they're playing a top-notch team. We're all set here for the opening draw as we have the Panthers in the dark navy blue with white numerals and white trim and pink socks for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The Panthers wear those socks for all the home games in the month of October. And for the visitors from Milford, they're in the traveling white with red trim. The officials for tonight's game are Mike Gulla and Doug Coots. So they'll be whistling while they work. We have two 40-minute periods on hand as we're about ready to launch. Our producer tonight is Chris Leverone, and also running camera today is Meredith Robertson. We're all set to go. The Panthers and the Hawks take the opening kick. And they will be trying to work it up. Whistle stops play. Doug Coots with the first whistle, and the ball will go to the Panthers. Franklin has won 5 straight games, 7 out of their last 8, and the only draw there was a tie in one of those 8 games. So the Panthers on a big roll. There's a long blast the other way. That's going to stay in bounds, and running back for it is going to be Griffin Tolanen, and he'll field it and whip it out on the left wing. We'll talk about these teams and their style of play as we can. We talked to both coaches before the game, and that's kicked out. A unforced error for the Scarlet Hawks, and the Panthers will have a throw-in right at midfield. We'll give you the starting lineups as we can as well. One thing that Coach Fran Bositis, in his 52nd year directing the Panther program, said about the Hawks is that they're very, very talented. And when we look at the schedule, they've played a lot of the same teams so far in the Hawk. Big blast by Griffin Tolanen. Wow, that was a mighty kick out of goal by Tolanen. They played a lot of common opponents, and they've done just about the same thing with them. Maybe a loss here or there, but pretty much the common opponents have resulting in the same outcomes for both Milford and Franklin when they play those same teams. They haven't played all of the same teams, but maybe 5 or 6 have been on both teams' schedule in the early going. Panthers had it twice, and last touch by Garrett Scagliarini. He's been a good find for Coach Fran Bositis. Milford is coached by Antonio, check his last name for a minute, Antonio Pinto. Panthers with it at midfield. Just underway here. The lights haven't taken full effect. Milford with a nice rush up the left side. A pair of number 7s going at it head-to-head. Milford centers it. That was Artu Tome. It's driven back deep and kicking it back. This is going to be a corner coming up for Milford, the first corner of the game. And so Milford will set it up on a corner kick. And taking it for the Hawks will be Nick Ribeiro. Ribeiro there, 6 along the offensive wall, and here comes Ribeiro. He's going to hit it right in. A header keeps it alive, and there's the blast, kicked over everything by Artur Tome. And that'll be a goal kick coming for Griffin Tolanen. Starting lineup for the Panthers, Noah Kane, Rex Sinelli, Ben Costa. He gets a start because Will Clausen is injured tonight. Bradley Herndon, Hansi Jakes, Will Kryzak, Trey Lovell, Gustavo Martinez, Andrew O'Neill, Garrett Scagliarini, and Griffin Tolanen in net. We'll give you the starting lineup for Milford in just a few moments. No score very early on. Panthers blasted through. Big header there by Milford. And again, in upfield it comes. The first header was by Causa Felipe de Souza Pereira. Milford, they drop it. Nice give and go in front. Blocked by the Panthers. Some contact there on the play. The referees let the play go. Now a foul called. And the ball will go back to the Panthers. Starting lineup for Milford. In goal, Lucas Fernandez. Also starting, Kawe Felipe de Souza Pereira, Nate Dennis, Artur Tome, Andrew Mora, Eduardo Santana, Nick Ribeiro, Marcelo Alves de Souza, Lucas Ribeiro Nayon, and Juan Takori Castro. There are a number of Brazilian players on the Milford team, and a few Portuguese players as well. So a very diverse team put out on the field by the Scarlet Hawks. So far, most of the action has been on the Franklin side. A push-off called here on Will Kryzak. And it'll be a throw-in coming for Felipe de Souza Pereira. He blasts it. Ping-ponging around is the ball. Kryzak tries to settle down. He can't. There's some of that skill on display right now as you see Nick Ribeiro doing some fancy footwork. This is Ribeiro. He's going to line up a pass on the right wing, headed the other way by the Panthers. And out comes to Hansi Jakes. He's a skilled player for the Panthers. The Scarlet Hawks go on defense. Panthers with a rare trip into the offensive zone. This is Jakes. He catches up to it, and it's going to go for I believe this will be a corner for the Panthers. Should be a corner, as it was kicked out by the defense on their own baseline. And it will be a corner. Teeing it up there for the Panthers is Max Tobin. His shot is into the front. What a great centering pass by Tobin. It almost caught a player right in front. That's Tobin again, and the ball is headed out. A great look on the penalty corner, on the corner kick for the Panthers, but they couldn't cash it in, and we stay scoreless. Hansi Jakes, he goes down, and a couple of players attending to him, one on each team. He's okay. The ball will go back to Milford. We're about 7 minutes into the game. No score here from Franklin. So glad you're with us, fans. We're streaming worldwide on the internet. So wherever you are, thanks for tuning in. We're also on Franklin TV. Back and forth we go. A lot of play in the midfield area. And that hip just jumped over the leg of Artur Tome. Again, great look at Ribeiro. He is something with his footwork. Ribeiro. And Will Kryzak tries to overpower me. Almost does. Kicks out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Hawks. Ribeiro was fancy. This is Tome with the throw, and now he leaves it for Kevin Barbosa. And it comes hit out high. Hansi Jakes gets to it. Ribeiro sends it back to the offensive zone. Give and go. You can see Milford loves to pass the ball. And the Panthers go back and cover it in front of their own bench. Lovell Gets it over to Bradley Herndon to the middle of the field. O'Neill can't go with it. Coming back the other way is Milford. This is D'Souza Pereira on the left wing. Now it's going to be kicked out of bounds to relieve the pressure. Panthers have had to do that a couple of times. Rex Sinelli boots it out. It'll be side in for Milford. Milford 7-3-1. The Panthers 8-1-1. Throw coming in here by Artur Tomei. Referee stopping play, did a little housekeeping out near midfield. There's the throw in. The drive right into the waiting arms of Griffin Tolanen, the goalkeeper, the senior for the Panthers. Noah Kane. Now it comes out to Garrett Scagliarini. This is Kryzak. Hansi Jake stops it. And Milford. Jakes is going to be called for the foul. It's going to be a direct hit, a free kick from inside the 40 for Milford. And taking it will be Nick Ribeiro, the senior. Ribeiro comes forward and sends it right in towards goal, headed by the Panthers, and they stop it. Kick back and settle down. Tomei holding, now dribbling, he shoots. It's going to roll up, and Tolanen gets the ground ball save. We're still tied at 0. Which team will score first, if there is any score tonight? This looks like a good defensive matchup. And that was one of the keys that Coach Basitis told us before the game. We have to play sound defense against a talented team like Milford. So much skill. O'Neill tries to get to it. He cannot. And Milford is going to see it go out of bounds. So the Panthers will have the throw-in upfield. This is Andrew O'Neill. Lovell into the corner. Ball is out of bounds. Are they going to call a corner here? I believe so. Corner coming up. Trey Lovell will have the entering pass for the Panthers. 11 and a half minutes in, we're scoreless. Lovell sends it in deep, headed the other way by Milford. Tipping it was Ben Costa, kept in for Jakes. He's got position, called offside on the play. So that wouldn't have counted anyway. Jakes was a little bit behind the last defensive player. And it's going to go back to Milford. Out to midfield come the Scarlet Hawks. Tomei behind the back pass to Ribeiro. His ball is tipped back by Scagliarini. Saw Noah Kane diving for the ball. Coach Basitis said if we dive, we have to be sure it's the right play because you can lose position quickly against this talented team from Milford. Free kick coming for the Hawks. And they're going to move it up inside the 30-yard line. Ribeiro will take it for Milford. No score in this one. Two Hockomock League rivals, Milford High and Franklin High. So here's Ribeiro See what he goes for. He's going to drive it low. He sent a two-hopper to Tolan. He went right for the net. Tolanen, on the direct hit, you can score without having it touch another player, as opposed to the indirect hit, which needs some other contact off of your starting foot. Milford has it back. Tome Ribeiro, he's been all over the place here so far tonight. Also, Andre Mora. Panthers try to steal it, kicked high. Now headed nicely forward, back the other way. 3 heads in a row, there's 4. And back we come for Milford at midfield, and Ribeiro. Built low to the ground, but with good speed. Panthers waited for a moment before getting to the ball. Kryzak. O'Neill tries to get to it, cannot. And out comes Milford on the right wing. Almost 15 minutes in, we're scoreless from Franklin. There's a long drive. Tolan is coming out of goal, and he blasts it away. He made the decision to come out, left the goal empty, but he got to the ball first. Jakes to Herndon, and Bradley sends one. High bounce at midfield. Scagliarini, 2 beautiful touches to keep the ball alive. A little grabbing going on there. The referees again letting the players play. Kryzak leaves it on the left side, right side for Costa. Back to Will Kryzak. Kryzak in the corner. The ball's going to go out of bounds. And it's going to go against Kryzak, so it'll be a goal kick coming up for Milford. Looking at some of the common opponents, both teams have played Foxborough. Milford won 4-0. Franklin won 3-0. Both teams have played Attleboro. Milford lost 4-0, and Franklin won 2-1. We'll give you another one. Milford lost to North Attleboro. Franklin beat them 2-0. Here comes the Scarlet Hawks. They got position going through. This is a good angle shot, making a beautiful save there. Was Rex Sinelli, I believe. Sinelli stopped what would have been a good angled shot on Griffin Tolan in goal, but Sinelli came back with a diving save, and that's when the dive needed to happen. But it's going to be a corner kick, and Ribeiro tees it up on the far side. 2 corners apiece so far, and his shot is deflected out. Milford relentless with their offensive pressure. They have it headed in the goal. Headed in the goal. The pressure has been immense, and that time it paid off. And Milford jumps out to a 1-0 lead. The goal scored by Eduardo Santana. Eduardo Santana puts the Scarlet Hawks up 1-0. Goal comes with 23-22 left in the first half. 1-0 Milford. Beautiful pass, and Santana headed it in. Play back in. So the Panthers will have to play from behind. Here's Ribeiro again, stopping on the dime. And he's going to drive one high and over everything. Looked like it might have gone through the football field goal posts, the uprights, but way over the 8-foot-high soccer net. The net 8 foot high and 24 feet wide. That's a sky-high kick by Milford. Kane almost kicks it as high with his head. The Hawks cover it, and they'll drop back to set up their offense once again. They lead it 1-0. This is Tome Ribeiro. He's all over the place, and he leaves it out on the right side for Andre Mora. Ribeiro jumping, diving. This is Tome, good footwork. Broken up there by Ben Costa. Sent back for Sinelli. Ribeiro passes it forward. Comes way back, and once again, Milford will reset its offense. Kane tips it over. And it's a turnover. Here comes Milford again. Nice pass in front, but Tolanen will come out of goal and pick up the save before a would-be advancer could get it for Milford. 21-28 left in the first half. 1-0 Milford. All the action on Franklin TV. And we're streaming it on the internet on YouTube. So glad you're with us, fans, wherever you may be watching this game. Pete Royce with the call. Beautiful night here in Franklin. And the ball will be advanced by the Panthers upfield. Sent back, though, by Milford. And here they come, Scarlet Hawks on the rush on the right wing. That's an inbound pass. Great speed here. And now that's going to be a no call there on Herndon, but the Milford player went down, and that was John Borges. Throw-in coming for the Hawks. Goes out of bounds. It's going to be off Milford, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Milford all over the field here. Lovell will get it on the left wing, and that's going to go out of bounds for a throw-in for the Hawks. And there's some contact again. No call on the play. Referee called it incidental, I guess. Back on the left wing comes Barbosa. His shot headed there. A nice, beautiful play. And doing a chin-up on the net was a Milford Scarlet Hawk who tried to get in front. And that would be Eduardo Santana, who's got the goal. He's got one goal and one chin-up. 19:40 to go in the first half. Tolanen will kick it out. Panthers have not gotten into their offense yet, thanks to great pressure by Milford here. They come in all alone. The shot in the goal. 2 goals coming in all alone that time was the Hawks. They just went for the left corner, and that goal was scored by John Takuri Castro. So John Castro makes it 2-0 Milford. That score comes with 19:21 left in the first half. And the Hawks go up by 2. The Panthers will have to come from 2 behind if they're going to tie or win this game. Scagliarini can't get through. Ribeiro back deep. It's an interesting team from Milford. They're very disciplined, but they're very explosive at the same time with great shooting ability. We've seen that with a blast off the leg and then the header for the first goal. It's a formidable opponent tonight in the Scarlet Hawks. And the first goal, they're going to give an assist to Castro. And the second goal, it's going to be Castro getting the goal. So Castro with a goal and assist, Santana with a goal. The 2 Milford goals. Ribeiro, Scagliarini. The Panthers have their work cut out for them tonight. O'Neill, that was an interesting shot. O'Neill jumped, and the ball went right under where he jumped from. Kick down, controlled by Sinelli in the back line to Noah Kane. And Noah will drive one forward. Good connecting pass there to Scagliarini. He's double-teamed, and Ribeiro comes out with it. Lead pass on the left wing to Tomei. Another centering pass, but Kane breaks it up. You can see the pattern developing for Milford as they come upfield. Crisp passing, great speed, and we've seen shooting accuracy as it's going to be Barbosa with the throw-in. Sinelli steals it. Ribeiro takes it back for the Hawks. His ball goes through, but Kane breaks it up nicely. Comes back to Milford. Kane again breaks it up to Ribeiro. Goes behind the back with the dribble. And it's settled down there by Max Tobin. And a whistle stops play, a foul called against Milford. 2-0, Milford with the lead. More than midway through the first half here on a just beautiful early fall night in Franklin. The game was moved to a night game. When Franklin goes to Milford, that will be a night game. So I think Coach Bositis wanted a night game here, and Milford obliged. Panthers with the ball. This is Trey Lovell. Lovell loses it. Ball is loose. Milford comes out with it, and they send it out. Blocked by Scagliarini. He shoots. The ball's going to roll all the way through, but wide of the net. And not needing to come out was Fernandez, the goalkeeper for them, Lucas Fernandez. And he'll kick it to midfield. Trey Lovell will blast it in. Andrew O'Neill tries to get to it and is picked up by Fernandez for a rare save, I guess you would say. That ball was heading towards the goal. Kane takes it for the Panthers. And the whistle for a foul there. And it'll be Milford with the ball. 15:20 to go in the first half. All Milford so far tonight. They lead it 2-0. Panthers just unable to get their good offense in gear here tonight. Nice move there by Tobin, but taken back by the Hawks. Toma. Chasing it down is Andre Mora, and he'll go back with it. Milford has done this effectively a couple of times tonight, using the whole field. Barbosa. Ribeiro. He's going to send it wide, but it's intercepted there. Not a good pass, and all the way through is O'Neill in the save by Fernandez. So that time Ribeiro, he went the whole length. He was like looking for somebody 50 yards away, and it was intercepted by, I believe, Scagliarini, but his pass was good, but the shot rolled in on Fernandez in goal. Long blast the other way. It's got a lot of spin on it. Settled down beautifully by Milford. Holding it is Santana. And now the shot there is wide of the net as it was taken by Artur Tomei. Goal kick coming up for the Panthers. Boy, you can't find many liabilities in this Milford team tonight. Good sound defense, explosive offense, good passing, and they haven't needed great goaltending, but they've got some good goalkeeping as well. The Panthers with it at midfield, and they'll go back to set up, trying to get it going. They've had a couple of looks, and that's been it so far tonight. Over to Ben Costa, can't handle it. Sinelli will blast it to Scagliarini. Garrett leaves it for Kryzak, and his ball is intercepted and kicked out of bounds by Milford. With exactly 13 minutes to go here in the first half, we see some clouds rolling in. That'll be interesting if we have weather here tonight. Scagliarini trying to get to Hansi Jakes, but it's intercepted and hit a mile high. Noah Kane, headed by Lovell. Jakes battling for it, kicks it backwards. Good move. Kryzak comes around a screen. He centers it up, and the blast there, and the save by Fernandez. A great look for the Panthers. Ben Costa unloaded. Fernandez made the save. Wow, that was a beauty by Fernandez. 12:18 left. And they're going to award a corner here. I don't think so. A throw-in by Costa. He's going to go for Jakes. He heads it right in front. Oh, fanning on the shot there was Honekamp. Couldn't get good wood on it. Matthew Honekamp. And out comes Milford. Sent away and out of bounds. Milford will have the throw-in. Now under 12 minutes to go in the first half. Milford with a penchant for sky-high hits. There's another one right on cue. Sinelli bangs it. And that's going to be kept in bounds. And here come the Hawks. And now it goes out of bounds. Nope, I guess it didn't. Honekamp, nice tip by Lovell behind his back. Out ahead for Jakes, he can't get to it, and the ball is broken up and sent in to the fifth row of the bleachers. Throw in for the Panthers, trying to get something going. They had one good look a few moments ago. Kept in by Milford, and they'll blast one, hits a player, I believe, on the back, and that's going to be kicked to no avail. I believe whistle had called stop the play at the moment, and they're going to award it to the Panthers. Jakes can't control it, rolls out of bounds. Panthers will still have it on Hansi Jakes' throw in. Too strong. Costa can't get to it. And Ribeiro chips it forward. Contact there. Costa. Pair of number 7s, Costa, going up there against Artur Tome. And the officials for tonight, Mike Gulla and Doug Coots. I told Mike before the game, he pronounced his name Gulla. I said, Franklin has a football player spelled the same way, but he pronounces it Gula. I think it's spelled the same way. I'll have to check on that. He said, well, I'm Mr. Gulla. And Scagliarini has it for the Panthers. They need to get going here. 9:39 left in the first half. Long drive. It's headed, though, not quite far enough. Intended for Jakes. Panthers steal it on the far side. Bradley Herndon for Jakes. It rolls out of bounds. What's going to be the call? Panthers ball. Throw in for Jakes. He's going to run up and launch. High floater. It hits a Panther there. Tobin comes out deep. The Panthers keep it in the offensive zone. Honekamp over on the right wing for Costa. Now deep for Kryzak. Tackle made the other way. Ball kicked out. This should be the Panthers with the ball in the offensive third. Under 9 to go now in the first half. 2-0 Milford. The last few minutes have been more in favor of the Panthers than what we saw in the first 25 or 30 minutes of this half. But still, it's Milford up on the scoreboard with a 2-0 lead. And they'll have it on a free kick from deep in their own end. And they go towards midfield. Toma picked up by Costa, and Toma comes out with it and the ball. Sprints up the left wing. He boots it forward for Santana. Santana gets to it. Ball is alone. Santana can't get a good shot off. Breaking up the play and being hurt on the play was Bradley Herndon. Herndon made a nice play to block the shot from Toma, but Herndon is down on the field. And so he'll be needing some attention as he was in heavy contact. It looks like he's holding an ankle, I believe, the right ankle. Now he's up, limping off under his own power. Gets some nice applause from the fans here on hand, and he'll limp off, favoring, I believe, that right ankle. Bradley Herndon gets to the bench, and yeah, he's stretching that right leg. Play back in. Jakes kicked out. That was, I think, over the fence. That's going to be in somebody's backyard on the far side. Milford, they'll kick it. And that's the only ball to play there. The other ball is in the woods. Hansi Jakes bounces one in. O'Neill tries to get to it. Here comes Ribeiro again. Ribeiro for Tome. And the long drive there. Sinelli breaks it up beautifully and sends it 35 yards upfield with his head. 7 minutes straight up left in the first half. 2-0 Milford. Coming through was Lovell, try to break up that. Sinelli heads it over to Honekamp. Matt kicks it low, in contact to Kryzak. Kryzak with some fancy footwork, but he loses it to Ribeiro for Milford. Centering pass broken up, still coming through, now driven out of there by Sinelli. Sinelli has had some important plays in the back line for the Panthers. There's another one, and he heads it. Rex Sinelli. Matt Honekamp, he goes down. Again, no call. In front, Santana broken up there by Sinelli again. Prevented a open shot opportunity for Milford. Driven by Lovell to Jakes. Jakes chips it to Scagliarini. Garrett over to Kryzak. Kryzak for back to Jakes. Jakes gets to it, uses his tall frame. Now it's kicked out of there by Milford, in a throw-in coming for the Panthers with 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Throw-in is short. Kryzak. It comes through. Kryzak still pushing for it. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by Milford. Another throw-in coming for the Panthers. There's the throw-in right in front, headed, but blocked and taken back by Milford. Santana, Sinelli battles him. Santana wins it, and he's going to drive it, and Tolanen is going to come out of goal, and he's going to chip it away on the left side for Honekamp. Matthew keeps it in bounds. Now it goes to Jakes, and he stepped out of bounds. Throw-in coming for Milford with under 5 to go in the first half. The clock will stop with 2 minutes to go in the half for control of the clock on the field for the last 2 of this half and the last 5 of the second half. Throw-in coming for the Panthers. Again, the dominant play of Milford has been neutralized a bit in the last 5 or 10 minutes. But Milford can afford that because they lead by 2. Honekamp now with it. Ribeiro met by Trey Lovell, who kicks it backwards to Hansi Jakes. Hansi intended for Kane. Kryzak will try to get to it. He cannot. Taken by Tome. Tome, he's looks like he got a push, but no call. Again, Sinelli will clear it for the Panthers. Milford, though, in perfect position. A diving attempt there to no avail. Mora takes it forward. Now on the right wing come the Hawks. Battling there and in the game for the Hawks is Connor Brown, the senior defensive midfielder. He helped out immensely on that play. 3:30 to go in the first half. We stay at 2-0. Milford. And this is going to be another corner kick. This will be the third for Milford. Franklin has had 2. And teeing it up there on the far side, I believe is Ribeiro. It is. The wall forms in front of goalkeeper Griffin Tolan. Here's Ribeiro's drive. It's headed, but off the shoulder of a Panther and covered by Honekamp, and he chips it out of bounds. But they say last touch by Milford, and Honekamp will have the throw, and now he'll defer to Costa. Chipped out, and Honekamp will cover it. Drops it back for Gustavo Martinez. And here comes Connor. Connor Brown, that is, up on the left wing. It's that good defensive Milford. Stymies the Panthers. Ball sent out, kept in. Tall kick there. Ribeiro doing 360s at midfield, and he's tripped, and Honekamp is going to be called for the foul. Ribeiro doing an escape act there near midfield with 2:07 to go here in the first half. The officials, Gulla and Coots, will control the clock here right now for the final 2, and this is going to be a free direct kick. Coming and taking it is Lucas Ribeiro Nayon. This is Nayon. He's going to drive it, one hopper. It hits the leg. Now the rebound shot, and there's a good example of the so-called second ball. The first ball was defended well, but the ball came out, and that's the one you have to watch. And Griffin Tolanen, actually you have to watch them both, but that second one oftentimes is overlooked. Kryzak heads it forward. On the run is O'Neill, kicked out of bounds by Milford. The Hawks playing with a little more pace now here in the final 8 minutes of this first half. O'Neill tries to get to it, cannot. It's sent out. Throw in coming for the Panthers. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Costa goes deep, but it's going to be taken by Fernandez, who comes out of goal to make the save. And he's going to throw it up on the right side. Driven out of bounds. This should be the Panthers with a pretty good possession in the offensive third. Connor Brown defers to Hansi Jakes. And let's see. They're going to give the ball for a free kick for Milford. Time winding down here in the first half. Fernandez will kick it off the ground. Shorter kick this time. Good momentum on the kick. Ball is a foul called here against the Panthers. Milford will have it near the midfield mark. It's got to be less than 30 seconds, I would say, left in the half. Free kick for Milford. And they're going to drive it deep, but to whistle sound. And that is the end of the first half. Well, all the scoring was by the visitors so far tonight. The Scarlet Hawks opened the scoring with a goal at 23 minutes and 22 seconds left in the half by Eduardo Santana. And then John Castro made it 2-0 just 4 minutes and 1 second later. 2 quick goals in that span of 4:01. And that's where we stand at halftime. Halftime score is Milford 2, Franklin no score. The second half is next, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with more coverage here from Franklin's Piscini Stadium. We're at halftime. The score is Milford 2, Franklin nothing. The second half is next on Franklin TV. Welcome back to Piscini Stadium. Pete Royce. We have our crew on hand. Meredith Robertson, Chris Leverone. And at halftime, your score is Milford 2, Franklin no score. The game has been dominated by aggressive play by both teams, especially the Scarlet Hawks. And they forged 2 goals in the span of 4 minutes and 1 second about midway through the first half. From that point on, though, it's been scoreless, and I would give the last 10 minutes of the game an edge to the Panthers. Let's see if they can build on it. What did Coach Basitis say, the veteran coach, say to them at halftime? Down 2-0. The Hawks 8-1, Scarlet Hawks 7-3-1 on the season, and the Panthers 8-1-1 coming in. And it will be the Panthers sending Griffin Tolan in goal again to start the second half. O'Neill will have the first ball at midfield as we get the second half underway. Again, the officials Mike Gulla and Doug Coots. And here we go. O'Neill waiting for the whistle. Long pause here as Tolanen was working on the net. Okay, and now O'Neill checks it up, gets the whistle, and kicks it back, and we're underway. The Panthers will go from right to left on your screen here in the second half. Milford the other way. Scagliarini. All the play at midfield to start the second half. Jakes comes back, but it's protected by the Hawks, and they just move it around. This is Nate Dennis. Ball trickles through. Kane for Honekamp to Connor Brown. Now Gustavo Martinez, he'll send it back to Tolan, who has to kick it because it came from his teammate. And he does on the right wing. It goes. Ribeiro blocks it coming in, but Tolanen comes out of goal, makes that play. It's always a difficult call. Do you come out or hold your position? Tolanen got to the ball first, and he'll punt it. High, booming punt by Tolanen. The bounce is 25 feet. Coming through, Jakes. He can't get to it, though. Scagliarini for Kryzak. Kryzak with a hesitation move. The shot by Kryzak rolls just in front of the goal mouth. Kryzak rolled it, but a great play by the Panthers. And the ball rolled just wide of the goal. That was a good look. So the Panthers with a nice start here. We're still 2-0. And Fernandez in goal has it on the ground, and he drives it. Back to the Scarlet Hawks. They send one out of bounds in front of Connor Brown, who's in the game, the senior defensive midfielder for Coach Fran Bositis. Milford coached by Antonio Pinto. This is Brown for Noah Kane, and Kane drives it up the right side. Kryzak tries to get to it, cannot. It'll roll onto the track. Out of bounds, a throw-in coming for Milford. Just underway here in the second half. 2 40-minute halves. Hockomock League rivalry game tonight. Good crowd on hand. Milford comes through with it. Panthers block it and send it to midfield. Panthers take it back. Costa flying into the action, but he kicked it out of bounds, and a throw-in coming for the Scarlet Hawks. Short run up. Throw. Now boomed across the field. Jakes coming through. Oh, Jakes, if that took a different hop, Jakes might have had a clear path to the goal. He gets the throw in, though, on the near side, left. And he's going to run up, and he launches one. Headed by Milford. Ribeiro will kick it. Sinelli drives it the other way. Left-footed kick by the Panthers. This is going to take Gustavo Martinez back. He'll let it go and be picked up by Griffin Tolanen. Tolanen will roll it on the right side. Sinelli back to Gustavo Martinez. Garrett Scagliarini Martinez, intercepted by Milford. Taken beautifully by Scagliarini to level, but his ball is stopped. And again, we've seen a number of these high kicks by Milford here tonight. The Hawks have it. They'll go side to side. Nice move there by Martinez to stop the drive. Sent forward. Scagliarini to level. Trey Level looks for Jakes, can't get to him. Blocked. Scagliarini goes down. No call again. We've seen a number of players hit the deck with no call. Martinez will send it on the right side for Ben Costa. His drive towards the goal, intercepted there by Milford, intercepted by Lucas Ribeiro Nyon. And again, another player goes down, and he is hurt. They'll wait for a stoppage before whistling time, but it's a drive for Milford. They're going to take it on the right side. An angle blocked, and now the player was up. Apparently he's okay. And let's see what they rule here. It's going to be, I think, a corner kick for Milford. And Ribeiro will have it. That's the fourth corner for the Scarlet Hawks tonight. So Ribeiro will try to get the crosser in front. He's going to go deep, headed there, but it pops up. Franklin gets it out of the harm's way. And now a whistle stops play as there's an injured Scarlet Hawk right along the baseline. And it looks like an ankle injury. Referee's calling for sideline assistance. Down on the play is sophomore Felipe de Souza Pereira. And so he's down. Timeout on the field. 33:48 left in the game. 2-0 Milford. We'll check on the injured player. Maybe a cramp. Ribeiro comes over to check on his teammate. De Pereira in some pain here. I think it's a cramp. Coach Pinto is out there as well for Milford. To recap the scoring as they attend to the injured player, stretching him out. At 23:22 in the first half, Eduardo Santana scored from Milford. And then 4 minutes and 1 second later, John Castro made it 2-0 Milford. Those are your only scores here tonight. That lead has held up as they're still attending to Felipe de Souza Pereira. Trying to stretch him out, and now he is up. And let's see if he can he's walking pretty freely here. Not perfect, but he's going to walk under his own power, so he'll be subbed in by Coach Antonio Pinto. And play will resume here in a moment. Let's see who they're going to give the ball to. I think to the Panthers. Let's see. Nope, it's going to go to Milford. And they send it in the deep left corner. Costa back defending. Contact there. And let's see what they're going to call. They're going to call a foul on Milford. Free hit coming, free kick for the Panthers, and they send it in. This is Matthew Honekamp. He connects with his teammate there, Max Tobin. Kane in the middle of the field. The wind is picking up all of a sudden here. Kryzak is driven out. They'll give the ball to Milford. Just over 7 minutes gone here in the second half. Jakes. Honecap goes in the middle of the field for Kane. Kane, nice dribble there. To Scagliarini, he blasts one forward, but too strong. It hits the back line of the Milford defense. And the Panthers, Sinelli blocks the possible ball that was going to be into open space. Sinelli's been outstanding on the back line for the Panthers here tonight. The Hawks controlling in the offensive zone. Santana doing a great job for Milford. Comes in on the far side, the shot, and it hit Tolanen drove it out to his right. Not sure it would have gone in the net, but Tolanen took no chances. And if that was Tolanen, that's going to be a corner, the fifth one for Milford. As Tolanen sent it past his own back line. Trying to make the save. He did deflect it. And it's going to be a corner. And taking it there is going to be Barbosa. He loops one in front. Getting a head on it was Martinez, but a foul called against Milford. Quickly, the Panthers start out on the left side. Honecamp in the middle for Scagliarini. And the Panthers get it into the offensive zone. Back to Scagliarini, can't get to it. He's locked up. And the ball, one Hawk hit it right off a teammate, point blank range and out of bounds. The Hawks that will give it up to the Panthers. Chipped forward, good position here. Centering pass is blocked. And let's see if they're going to call a corner on this one. I believe they will. This will be the third corner. Trey Level will have the honors for the Panthers. So let's see if they can put this to good use. Trey Level ties his shoe on the far side. Scagliarini in front with Sinelli, Jakes, and also Will Kryzak. Out on the next line is Noah Kane. Here's the drive. Right in front. Headed by Sinelli. It goes high. It hits the top of the net. The ball is alive. And Milford sends it away. That was interesting. It hit the top of the net. Fernandez jumped for it. It cleared his head. The Panthers back again, put pressure on. This might be another corner coming up for the Franklin team. It will be. Trey Level, that's the fourth corner now for, no, it's not actually a corner. It's going to be a free kick coming in for Trey Level. It's not a corner. It's almost a corner, virtually the same thing, but 5 yards closer. Level respins the ball. The wall set up for the Panthers in front. Here comes Level's kick. He goes deep. Sinelli with the header and is picked on one bounce by Fernandez. Another beautiful save by Lucas Fernandez. As that play worked beautifully, Level to Sinelli, and he drove it, and Fernandez made the save. Keeps the game at 2-0 Milford. Scagliarini. Milford breaks it up. Ribeiro, he had a great first half, been a little quiet here in the second stanza. Ball sent down deep, coming through, still holding it, player goes down, no call again. We've seen a lot of that tonight. They've let the boys play. Scagliarini. This ball is turned back. Martinez. Nice footwork to control. He'll drop it back for Costa. Back to Ben. He'll drive it forward. Kick the other way. Martinez again right there. Panthers seem to be in the right place here in the second half. Honekamp. Jakes in front of us, down below. Rolls up on Scagliarini, goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming for Milford. We're at 27:32 left here in the game, 2-0 Scarlet Hawks. The Hawks come in with a power ranking of 22. The Panthers come to the game with a power ranking of 13 in the latest MIAA power rankings. But so far, it's been Milford in control. Kryzak comes through. Kryzak works it nicely. He goes down. Again, no call. Players hitting the turf. Ribeiro will drive it forward. Broken up by Honekamp. Matthew drop it for Sinelli. The wind picking up here at Piscini Stadium. Threat of rain now. The Panthers chip it in to Snelly. Can't get to it. Didn't reach him. Now he hustles for it. Two players go down. Now a whistle called. What are they going to call here? I don't think it went past the baseline. It should be a throw-in for either team. And they'll award it to the Scarlet Hawks. The officials again, Mike Gulla and Doug Coots. So a free kick for Milford from the field. Panther defense drops back. And the driving boot. A lot of momentum on that kick. Panthers, though, get to it level. And Noah Kane sends one skyward. O'Neill gets it on the right wing. Kryzak for Jakes. He's in front, but Fernandez gets to it before Jakes could. And a save by Lucas Fernandez. He's caught them all. Nothing's gotten by him. Fernandez is a senior goalkeeper. Out to midfield. Milford will unload. Sinelli with that patented header for him. To Kane. Chip forward for Andrew O'Neill. This one is the highest kick we've seen tonight. That's above the level of the light standard. And Lovell is going to kick it, but a whistle and a foul called here against Milford. This should be a free direct hit kick. And while Ribeiro was doubled up in pain, the ball came and hit him again. And the official will come over and check out Ribeiro. Nick Ribeiro needs a little bit of time. And now he's shaking it off as Noah Kane and Matt Honekamp. One of them will take this free direct kick. It's Kane. He's going to drive it towards the goal. It comes through on one hop and saved by Fernandez. 24:30 left in the game. 2-0 Milford. Goal kick for Fernandez. Settled down. Trey Lovell. Scagliarini. Panthers, other than those two goals, have come back to make this an evenly played match, but can they come back and overcome a 2-goal deficit? Foul called on Franklin. And from the center of the field, there'll be a free direct kick. And there it goes. They just go sideways with it, though. They don't go on goal. Coming through. Driving it through, blocked by Martinez. And the Panthers come out with it. Hansi Jakes on the left side. It's blocked. Jakes, though, tries to get to it. Does. Sends it back to Honekamp, another injured player. They'll wait for a stoppage in play before they attend to him. Scagliarini for Costa, the player doubled over. We'll check him out. Coming in is Jakes. The Fernandez is out of goal, and Jakes has the ball elude him. Fernandez comes out with the ball. The injured player was Andre Mora. He's still doubled up, but they're not attending to him. And he appears to be okay. He's limping. And on the other end, they're attending to Hansi Jakes. And Jakes gets up now. Nope, he's not all the way up. He's on all fours. Got a Panther there, a Hawk there, and an official there. Hansi Jakes trying to gather himself. He might have taken a shot to the midsection, might have had the wind knocked out of him. What a terrible feeling that is. And Jakes gets some applause here from the crowd on hand. Good crowd on hand here from Piscini Stadium on a Friday night in Franklin. 22:37 to go now. The clock will restart with this goal kick for Lucas Fernandez. And he'll punt it. Level for the Panthers. Scagliarini. That back line of Milford has been outstanding. Costa. And it's stolen. Here comes Milford. Ribeiro, hesitation move. Jake's back in the play, appears to be okay. And he'll get the throw in. And he'll run up and launch. Kicked out of bounds by Milford. Upfield it comes. Scagliarini will have the honor this time. Oh no, they're going to move him back. And he's going to leave it for Matthew Honekamp. Jakes will come out now for Coach Fran Bositis, and checking in for the Panthers is Wyatt Herndon. Wyatt Herndon's got some great speed. We'll see if he can showcase that speed here tonight. Wyatt Herndon in for Hansi Jakes. O'Neill blocked out of bounds. Throw in coming for Honekamp. He'll go short. Lovell, good move. Trey Lovell coming in. His shot is blocked. A good defensive play by Milford. Wyatt Herndon comes in to steal it. And a nice move, but his ball went out of bounds, and a throw in coming for the Scarlet Hawks. With it will be John Borges. Referee stops play for the moment. And it's going to be Dennis who will have the honors on the throw in. This is Nate Dennis. 2-0 Milford with the lead. Almost midway through the second half. Dennis, the run up. His throw comes through. Wyatt Herndon. Did he get the call? He does. He hit it off a Scarlet Hawk. And the Panthers will have it. Honekamp. O'Neill. Chipped forward by Lovell to Honekamp. Honekamp is getting, does he get to it? He does not. But that should be a corner as it's driven past the back line by Milford, and the Panthers will have their fifth corner. The Hawks have had 5. And let's see where they're going to tee it up. Quickly teeing it up. And driving it forward right in on goal. It's saved out of the air by Lucas Fernandez. That ball was taken out of the air by Fernandez on the Lovell crosser. And Fernandez punts it. Kane. Wyatt Herndon. Out of bounds should be Panthers with the throw in. And we're more than midway through now the second half. 2-0 Milford. Honekamp will restart it. Lovell. O'Neill heads it, but called out of bounds. It'll go back to Milford. Milford 7-3-1. The Panthers 8-1-1. The Panthers have won 5 games in a row, 7 out of their last 8. Whistle stops play, and Scagliarini draws a foul against Milford. It should be a free direct hit for Noah Kane. Kane is not wasting any time. He chips it forward. Panthers are out there, and the shot in the goal. Kane didn't waste any time, and I believe it was Sinelli who, I'm not sure of that. It might have been O'Neill. We'll try to wait for official word. In any event, the Panthers score set up by the free kick by Noah Kane at 18:39. It's 2-1. We'll wait for, it's either Sinelli or O'Neill with the goal for the Panthers. Beautiful play. What was impressive is that they didn't waste any time. Kane took the direct kick, passed it up, and it was headed in past Fernandez, who had no chance on it. 2-1. Well, we mentioned the Panthers have been playing better since giving up 2 goals. And it's Wyatt Herndon with that speed. He chips it out to O'Neill. Matthew Honekamp, nice feed. Scagliarini, too strong for Wyatt Herndon. He's fast, but he's not that fast as the ball goes out of bounds. So it'll be a throw-in coming. And it's taken back by the Panthers. This is Lovell. Cannot get it to Kane. And driven forward, and Tolanen will come out and secure this rolling ball. And he'll whip it on the left side for Honekamp. 2-1 now, Milford. Under 18 left. Martinez. What a game Sinelli has played. Give and go. Wyatt Herndon with Scagliarini. Back to Herndon. Herndon, Wyatt cannot get to it. Driven out. It's going to be the Panthers with the throw-in. Oh, the front, and the whistle stops play there. I'm not sure what happened there. A player went down for Milford. And a good opportunity goes by the boards as the player is down. Another injury. We've had a few here tonight. Another good look for the Panthers. So we'll try to get word on that last goal. Don't have it yet. We think the goal was, I'm going to give it to Kryzak on the assist from Noah Kane. So Kryzak gets the goal. Will Kryzak on the assist from Noah Kane. We knew Kane had the assist. So Kryzak, assist by Kane. Player is up. Timeout on the field. 16:50 left in the game. It's 2-1. Milford over Franklin. We mentioned some of the common opponents with the timeout. Let's go over a few more. Both teams have played North Attleboro. Milford lost to North Attleboro 2-1. Franklin won over North Attleboro 2-0. Milford defeated King Philip 3-1. Franklin defeated King Philip 2-0. Milford defeated Mansfield 4-3. Franklin defeated Mansfield 1-0. Milford defeated Taunton 4-0. Franklin tied Taunton 2-2. And those are your common scores. We mentioned the 2 others earlier. Milford defeated Foxborough 4-0. Franklin defeated Foxborough 3-0. And Milford lost to Attleboro 4-0. Franklin defeated Attleboro 2-1. So kind of a mixed bag there on common opponents. Some have the same results. Others, one of the teams won, the other team lost against that common opponent. So not a lot to kind of dissect there, but it's always interesting to look at common opponents. Well, the timeout is nearly over. Can the Panthers keep the little momentum going? They've really started to build momentum after the second goal by Milford with 19:29 left in the half. The rest of the half was scoreless, and then Franklin just scored about 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes and 11 seconds ago on Kryzak with a feed from Noah Kane. So here we go. Less than 20 minutes left in the game. It'll be a goal kick coming for Milford. And Fernandez will tee it up inside the 6-yard box. Fernandez goes low. The Panthers try to cover it. They do. Goes out of bounds, and Max Tobin, Trey Lovell will have the throw in. He goes short left side, back to Tobin. To Lovell. Lovell, hesitation move. Great dribbling by Lovell. His centering pass, and it's blocked by Milford. Blocked by Milford. It's going to go out of bounds. The Panthers will have it again. That was a good look by Franklin. The blast there would have been by Wyatt Herndon, but it was blocked. Andrew O'Neill for Kane, who's got an assist tonight. He drills one, again blocked by the defense of Milford. They're not letting everything get through to their goalkeeper. And another injured player down on the field. Another Milford Scarlet Hawk goes down. And he's just as quickly back up. So that was a quick recovery. Glad to see that for Milford. Player is fine. And that player who was shaken up momentarily was Andre Mura. The long throw upfield, kick upfield. Lovell clears it for the Panthers. It goes over the head of Kryzak, who comes back, tries to thwart it. Ribeiro with a beautiful move. Sinelli blasts it forward. This is Sinelli again. Sinelli will drop it back to a teammate. Shot is blocked at midfield. And there is a big blast there. We'll wait for this call. This is probably going to be a card. It's a push call. Ribeiro pleading his case. I believe it's a yellow card. It's a yellow card. And now the coaching staff are going to get in between. Things getting a little chippy on the field. A yellow card against Milford. Can the Panthers take advantage of this? Coaches and referees ushering everybody back to the sideline. So the official is trying to gain control. Big hit there and a yellow card against Milford. And now we see some more gentle conversation between the two teams. The goalkeeper, Fernandez, is all the way down to the 50 from his goal position. Now Tolanen comes through the middle. Again, the officials beckoning everybody to go back to their respective benches. Officials again, Mike Gulla and Doug Coots. So, Gulla and Coots have a conversation. Gulla, a big man, looks like he could be a tight end for your New England Patriots. He and Coots are discussing this one. Well, they had let the boys play for the most part here tonight, the two officials, but now the yellow card is issued against Milford. Antonio Pinto wants an explanation. And it's a red card. A red card now was issued. So they originally called a yellow, now it's a red card. And that player is gone. I believe the call, I'm not positive, I believe it's on Eduardo Santana, who's got one of their goals, and he's out for the game. Originally called a yellow card, and by the way, that was a big blast, and it went, I believe, to the face of Martinez, who's helped off on the far sideline. Gustavo Martinez might have caught that right in the face. And he's walking with some assistance to the sideline. Originally they called yellow. They had a conference, and the referee raised the red card. And now discussions going on. The two officials have the captains for both teams out at the midfield area. Now they break up that. I'm pretty sure it was Santana who was DQ'd from this game with 15 minutes straight up remaining in the contest. Question is, can the Panthers take advantage now of the disqualification and tie the game and or perhaps take a lead? So Tolanen, after all of the discussion and the dust-up, goes back in goal for the Panthers. Fernandez will go the other way. And I believe Milford will play one player down for the rest of this game. So, can the Panthers take advantage on the red card? We'll see if Martinez can come back in the game as well. He took that hit right in his face, I believe. He had a towel on his face as he was helped off the field. He was walking good, but I'm sure he was shaken up. And here we go. Play back in. Sinelli will start it for the Panthers to Costa. The ball rolls up and kicked high by Ribeiro. Lovell. Back and forth we go. Coming through nicely was Lovell. Headed the other way by the Panthers and now cleared towards midfield and beyond. Connor Brown. Kane gets to it. Lovell. This is the opportunity for the Panthers. Connor Brown. Andrew O'Neill, he's tied up and is driven the other way. And coming back to cover it will be Matthew Honekamp with 14 minutes left. Honekamp drives one deep for Herndon, Wyatt Herndon. The ball is loose. Cleared out of there by Milford. One of those high drives again. That was cleared out by Lucas Ribeiro Nayon. And the ball is going to stay in bounds to Sinelli. Rex directing traffic. Sends it for Kane, blocked by Milford. Taken back by Connor Brown for the Panthers. Kane goes left side. Kane has the ball go off of Milford player, and the Panthers will have the throw in. They go deep. Does Wyatt Herndon kicked out? Another throw in coming for the Panthers. 2-1 Milford. Connor Brown out top from Matt Honekamp. He'll go far right. Panthers trying to find some openings. Lovell chips it forward. Here come the Panthers inside the scoring zone. Wyatt Herndon cannot get to it, and the ball is driven out of bounds. Still controlled by the Panthers. Trey Lovell, he's warded off on the play. He goes down, no call. And now a delayed whistle. A delayed whistle. And it'll be a free kick coming for Milford. Franklin, 11 players on the field. Milford with 10. They have a red card on their bench. And here comes the Hawks. They drive one deep. Costa will let it fall out of bounds, and he'll have the throw in with 12 minutes left in the game. Connor Brown, he's blocked on the play. And Milford has it in the offensive third. Stolen by the Panthers. Milford, they uncork a long kick. If it wasn't going to rain, that one could have drawn a few drops. That was high by Milford. It settles into Tolanen's hands. Lovell for the Panthers, playing a player up here. And that one is going to be kicked on top. I have never seen that before. On top of the John Padula press box on the far side. Well, we said that Milford has launched a few rockets. That one was just a long drive over everything at midfield and out of play. Another one, this will stay inbounds to Honekamp. He heads it. Contact there. 3 players go down. Sinelli will send it through. Milford blocks it. Wyatt Herndon heads it the other way. And now Milford will send it deep. Milford in a defensive mode here. They're down a player. They've been just trying to protect their turf and send the ball upfield as much as they can without any attempts to score. They do have the 1-goal lead. We'll be coming up on 10 minutes left in just a few moments. Honekamp tries to get it going. Nice pass for Wyatt Herndon. There's that speed by Herndon. He gets to it. Herndon ducks the player. Centering pass for Hansi Jakes. His shot is wide. Jakes had a shot wide. We mentioned the speed of Wyatt Herndon. He got to the ball, went by a player, and set up the centering pass to Jakes. His blast was off target and went out to the left side. Goal kick coming for Fernandez. A good look. Wyatt Herndon was the one who made that play happen. Here's Fernandez. Scagliarini with the header. Panthers putting some pressure on here. They know they have to put some pressure on. They're down by a goal with under 10 to go. Chip forward and out of bounds. This should be a throw-in coming for the Scarlet Hawks. It will be their ball just inside midfield. With it will be Danny Da Silva. No, he'll defer, and he'll drop it back for Nate Dennis. Dennis with the run-up and the long throw. It's going to go back to the Panthers. Heavy collision there. What's going to be the call here? Huge collision. As going down hard was the Milford player, John Borges. We didn't see any ruling on this, but Borges is in a lot of pain. That might have been head-to-head contact. Borges holding his head, and he's attended to by the Milford trainer. We've had a lot of physical contact in this game here tonight. 1 red card, a lot of contact that was play on in the early part of the game, but this one was a tough hit. 2 players going at it, and I believe Borges took it right to the top of his body. He was holding his right side of his head as he was in pain. 7:57 to go. The clock is stopped. We think this will be a free kick for the Panthers. But Borges still being attended to. John Borges is a senior, one of many seniors on the Milford team. He is sitting up. Being attended to. Referee standing right there. And now, with the referee's hand, he's going to get up. And good round of applause for John Borges. He'll make the long walk, 53 yards across the field to the Milford bench. And now he goes into a slight jog. Kind of alternating walking with a few jogging steps. So the Panthers will have it to reset. They're down by a goal with 7:51 to go. They're playing a player up because of a red card awarded to, we believe it was Santana of Milford. So they only have 10 players on the field to 11 for the Panthers, counting goalkeepers. And here we go. With 7:51 to go, Sinelli inserts it to Noah Kane. Kane with an assist tonight. Ball is blasted out of bounds. This is what Milford is doing. They're just trying to kick it out and eat some clock and try to control their own side of the field. Can the Panthers cash in? Milford. Again, nobody there. They just keep clearing it. And Honekamp will go back and hit it to himself. Nice play by Matthew. And he drives one past the defense. And Fernandez will come way out. And he will pick it up. Kicked it first, then he picked it up. And he'll have a goal kick from inside the 18-yard box. Fernandez will punt it. Sky-high punt. Great punt by Fernandez. Franklin, though, tries to get to it. Wyatt Herndon makes a nifty move. Herndon ahead for Andrew O'Neill. Back out it comes to Matthew Honekamp, now under 7 to go. Again, the clock will stop with 5 minutes to go as it's blocked by Milford. And they've done a good job of it. Scagliarini keeps it in to the scoring third, chips it forward. Milford there to cover it, and they kick it out of bounds. That's what they've been doing, just kicking it out, trying to get position, eat some clock. And now Milford will kick this one in the field to Sinelli. Rex ahead for Lovell. Trey Lovell gets through for Wyatt Herndon. Kicked out of bounds again by Milford. Quick throw in coming for the Panthers. They have a player in front. Can Scagliarini? He cannot get to it. Scagliarini could not get to it. And Sinelli is back for Franklin. For Ben Costa. Under 6 minutes left. Ball is on the far side. Jakes gets to it. He cannot keep it in, and the ball will be a goal kick coming up for Milford. They lead it 2-1, 5:37 to go. The clock will stop with 5 minutes on the field and will be controlled on the field by the officials. Fernandez. He's been good. Only one's gotten by him. He tees it up from the ground. Taking his time. Clock ticking away. 5:15 to go. Finally, Fernandez does kick it. Panthers have 3 players on it, and the foul is called on Franklin. They had 3 players and only Ribeiro back for Milford, but Ribeiro draws the foul. And now we're at under 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, in the second half. Long drive by Milford. Clock will be controlled on the field by the officials. Wyatt Herndon. Sinelli hustles for it, does tip it forward. Contact there, and the ball will go to the Panthers. Quickly, out they come. Trey Lovell sends a player in. Kryzak, Jakes gets to it. Open goal, the shot is just wide. He had an open goal. The goalkeeper was out of position, and Jakes sent it wide left. It just rolled in front of the goal mouth. We stay at 2-1. About a minute gone of the 5-minute period. The 5-minute stoppage on the big scoreboard clock. Roughly 4 minutes left in the game. This will be a field player taking the goal kick for Milford. And they drive it. Booming kick. And Milford controls at midfield. This is Ribeiro, and he'll kill some seconds. Good control by Ribeiro. His backward kick is intercepted. Wyatt Herndon. Wyatt centers it up. It's blocked. It's out of bounds. It's going to be Milford with the ball. Roughly a minute and a half gone into the final 5 minutes. So let's say unofficially 3:30 left in the game. Panthers playing with a player up with the red card on the bench of Milford. Here's Honekamp. Good dribbling. Driven high and wide on the right. Jakes, can he get to it? I'm not sure the Milford player saw Jakes coming, but he does control it. Jakes battling with it. It goes out of bounds. And let's see, they're going to give it to the Panthers. Quick throw in by Jakes. High kick in front. Right in front is the goalkeeper as Wyatt Herndon was coming in on Fernandez. And Fernandez makes the save in front of the charging Wyatt Herndon. There's a goal kick. Unofficially less than 3 minutes to go in the game. Ribeiro, he drives one. Tolanen will come out of goal and pick it up. And he's going to roll it to the left side to Honekamp. Matthew. Out it comes. This is Noah Kane. Kane with the drive. It stays in bounds. Kryzak uses his body. It's going to be in bounds. And now kicked out by Milford. Franklin with a quick throw in. This is Wyatt Herndon. About 2:15 left. The centering kick there. He goes too strong. Jakes with the header. Fernandez saves it. Jakes cannot turn around. And now Costa with the drive. It's just wide again. The Panthers with several beautiful opportunities. They go wide left. That's been where they've been going, wide on the left side. Great hustle by the Panthers. Roughly 2 minutes left to the game unofficially. Field player will take the goal kick for Milford. And they send it high. Nice back kick by Honekamp. Over to Wyatt Herndon. Herndon playing a great game. Sinelli, he too, has been outstanding. Costa to Kryzak to Jakes. Hansi will drop it back. Unofficially, 1:20 left. Kane, he tried to get a player away, could not, defended well. Bicycle kick the other way by Milford. I have unofficially 1:10 left all the way through. Coming through with it is O'Neill in front. Ball is going to be kicked high, and a blast there is going to be by Lovell off the left leg. It goes high and out. I believe that was Lovell. Unofficially 50 seconds to go in the game. 2-1 Milford. Milford taking their time. And now the goal kick by a field player. Deep, deep kick. Settled down by Honekamp. To Kane. About 30 seconds left unofficially. Kane on the left side for Kryzak. Can he get to it? He dives for it, and he does not get to it. And it's going to go the other way to Milford. And that might just about do it. With about 20 seconds left unofficially. Trying to keep score, keep the clock here up in the press box. It's stopped on the big clock. And Milford taking their time. And now they come up. And they drive it forward. Sinelli cannot get good handle on it. Costa and Tome. Franklin steals it. Time winding down. Waiting for the double whistle. Blocked. Jakes gets it through. Milford will boom it out. That could do it as it drives Franklin all the way back, and Honekamp will cover it for the Panthers. Matthew will blast one forward looking for Herndon. Herndon, he will not be able to get to this ball. It goes out of bounds, and it'll be Milford with it. Precious few seconds left here in this game. And Milford with the throw in. Headed up the other way. Panthers trying to get one last shot on. This is Lovell for Costa. He drives it forward to Kryzak. It hits off him. And now Milford will send it the other way. Kane chips it forward. Jakes is out there. Cannot get to it. And it's going to go back. Kept in bounds by Honekamp. And now it's out of bounds. And it's going to be Milford with the throw in. Ribeiro with the throw in. He's going to leave it for a teammate. And now the throw is going to just go deep to eat some clock. Honekamp drives it deep, headed by Milford. Straight up in the air it goes. Settled down by O'Neal. Trying to get to Jakes, cannot. Out deep it goes to Costa. Ben will drive it forward. A low kick for Scagliarini on the right side for the Panthers. They're driving in. The shot there in front. What a save! The shot is wide. What a save on the blast by Noah Kane. What a save! A spectacular save near the end of this game. Kane was open in there. What a save. I mean, Fernandez had a bunch of them, but that was tremendous. And now Tolan is out of goal. The goal is empty on the other side. Franklin with 2 players up. A double whistle and the game is over. The game is over. What an exciting finish. Milford, though, give them credit. They hung on with a player down with a red card. Franklin with tremendous pressure. The last save was a beauty as Kane was right in front of the goalkeeper, and he just could not bury it. And Milford holds on with a 2-1 victory. They go to 8-3-1, and for the Panthers, they drop to 8-2-1. Pretty close. What a game here tonight. The scoring summary, Eduardo Santana at 23-22 from Milford in the first half, 1-0 Scarlet Hawks. John Castro made it 2-0. That was at 19:21. No scoring for the next maybe 40 minutes or so. And then finally, Will Kryzak took a feed from Noah Kane and put it home at 18:39, and that's your final. The Panthers with several chances. Most of their shots went wide or great goalkeeping by Lucas Fernandez. I'd like to thank our producer here tonight, Chris Liverone, our camera operator, and our technologist, Meredith Robertson. This is Pete Royce. The final score for the final time tonight, Milford 2, Franklin 1. Till next time, so long, neighbors.